Lesson 1, Exploring New Interests.
Hello, Anna. I heard you've been exploring some new hobbies lately. Tell me more.
Yes, I've been branching out and trying a few new things. It's been quite fascinating, to be honest.
That's great. What sort of new interests have you been diving into?
Well, I recently started taking an online photography course, and I've been really enjoying it.
Photography, huh? That sounds like a wonderful creative outlet.
Definitely. I've been experimenting with different techniques and angles, and it's been a lot of fun.
I can imagine. What kinds of subjects have you been focusing on so far?
Mostly nature and landscapes, but I'm also trying my hand at some portrait work.
Ooh, portraits can be such an interesting challenge. Have you captured any good ones so far?
A few, yeah. I'm still learning, but I'm really proud of some of the shots I've gotten.
I'd love to see them if you're willing to share. Photography is such a visual medium.
Absolutely. I'll have to send you a few of my favorite pieces. I'd love to hear your thoughts.
That would be great. I'm always eager to learn about new hobbies and creative pursuits.
Wonderful. And in exchange, maybe you can tell me about any new interests you've been exploring.
Well, I've been meaning to get back into reading more. Any book recommendations?
Oh, I have a few. Have you read anything by Haruki Murakami? His work is quite fascinating.
Murakami, huh? I don't think I've tried any of his books before. What do you enjoy about his writing?
His storytelling is just so immersive and thought-provoking. The characters and settings really come to life.
That sounds right up my alley. I'll have to add one of his novels to my reading list.
Definitely. I'd recommend starting with The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle or Kafka on the Shore.
Noted, I'll make sure to check those out. Thanks for the recommendations.
Of course. Let me know what you think once you've had a chance to dive in.
Will do. It's been great chatting with you and learning about your new hobbies.
Likewise, John. I always enjoy our conversations and the chance to share interests.
Me too. I'm glad we've been able to inspire each other to try new things.
Absolutely. It's important to keep expanding our horizons, don't you think?
Couldn't agree more. Well, I should probably let you get back to your photography.
Sounds good. Talk to you again soon, John. Enjoy your reading.
Will do. Thanks. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Lesson 2, Discussing Social Issues.
Good afternoon. I've been thinking a lot about the state of our society lately. What are your thoughts on the current social issues we're facing?
Ah, yes, it's certainly a concerning time. I've been following the news closely, and there seems to be a lot of turmoil and division.
Absolutely. It's troubling to see the level of polarization and conflicts arising. Do you believe we can find a way to bridge the gaps?
It's a complex issue, but I do think there's a path forward if we're willing to engage in open and honest dialogue.
I agree. Constructive conversation and a willingness to understand different perspectives are key.
Indeed. Too often, people seem to be entrenched in their own views without making an effort to truly listen to others.
Exactly. And that's only exacerbating the problems we're facing as a society.
Definitely. Do you think there are any specific steps we could take to promote more meaningful discourse?
Well, I believe education plays a crucial role. Teaching critical thinking and emphasizing empathy could be a good start.
That's an excellent point. If we can instill those values in younger generations, it could make a significant difference.
Absolutely. And it's not just about educating the youth, but also creating opportunities for cross cultural dialogue and exchange.
Absolutely right. Fostering a sense of community and shared understanding is so important.
Definitely. It's an issue that affects us all, and we all have a responsibility to work towards a more just and inclusive society.
Well said, John. I'm glad we're on the same page when it comes to the need for social progress.
Me too. It's heartening to know there are others out there who share these concerns.
Absolutely. Perhaps we can brainstorm some practical ways to get involved and make a positive impact.
I'm definitely open to that. This is an issue that's close to my heart, and I'm eager to take action.
Wonderful. I look forward to continuing this discussion and exploring potential solutions.
Sounds good. I appreciate you taking the time to talk about this with me.
Of course, John. These are important conversations to have. I'm glad we could have a thoughtful dialogue.
Me too. It's given me a lot to reflect on. Thanks for your insights.
Anytime. I'm always happy to engage in meaningful discussions. Shall we grab a coffee sometime soon?
That sounds like a great idea. I'd welcome the chance to dive deeper into this topic.
Perfect. I'll reach out and we can figure out a time that works. Talk to you soon.
Sounds good. I look forward to it. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Lesson 3, Bookworm Adventures.
Alright, let's do this. I'm feeling in the mood for a literary adventure.
Excellent, John. I'm ready to dive into some new books as well. What did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking we could split up and each browse the shelves for books in our favorite genres.
Ooh, I love that idea. We can then come back and swap recommendations.
Precisely. That way, we each get to explore something new and different.
Sounds like a plan. Shall we meet back here in, say, 20 minutes?
Sounds good to me. I'll be on the hunt for some captivating fiction.
And I'll be scouring the nonfiction section for something thought-provoking.
Excellent. I can't wait to see what hidden gems we uncover.
Me neither. This is going to be so much fun. Alright, let's do this.
Alright, time's up. Did you manage to find any good reads?
You bet. I stumbled upon this fascinating book on the history of modern art.
I went with a classic, a gripping novel about a family navigating life's challenges.
Wonderful. I'm always in the mood for a good character-driven story.
Agreed. Shall we swap books and give each other's selections a try?
Absolutely. I'm excited to delve into your fiction pick, and I hope you'll enjoy my nonfiction find.
Wonderful. This is going to be a literary exchange for the ages.
I have no doubt. I'm looking forward to learning something new.
Me too. Shall we set a date to reconvene and discuss our thoughts?
Yes, let's do it. How about next weekend, same time?
Sounds perfect. I'll mark it in my calendar.
Wonderful. I can't wait to see what we each take away from our reading adventures.
Sounds perfect. I'll mark it in my calendar.
Wonderful. I can't wait to see what we each take away from our reading adventures.
Neither can I. This is going to be an enriching experience, I'm sure of it.
Couldn't agree more. Alright, let's get started on our new books.
Sounds good. Happy reading.
Lesson 4, Game Night Delight.
Yo, I've got the perfect idea for our next hangout.
Intriguing, John. Do tell, what did you have in mind?
How about a good old-fashioned game night? We could break out the classics.
Ooh, I love it. Monopoly and Scrabble have always been our go-to games.
Exactly. Those are the ones I was thinking of. We always have a blast with those.
Absolutely. The friendly competition and witty banter are half the fun.
Couldn't agree more. So, what do you say? Game night this weekend?
Sounds delightful. I'll clear my calendar and prepare to dominate.
Ha, we'll see about that. I've been practicing my Scrabble skills.
Oh, is that so? Well, prepare to be impressed, my friend.
Bring it on. I'm ready to put my strategic real estate prowess to the test.
It's on. I call the banker role for Monopoly. You know how I love handling the cash.
Haha, no arguments here. I'll happily take the top hat and try my luck.
Perfect. This is going to be epic. I can already feel the adrenaline flowing.
Same here. I'm pumped to get our game night underway.
Me too. Okay, let's make a plan. What time works best for you?
How about 7 p.m.? That should give us plenty of time to play a few rounds.
Sounds good to me. I'll pick up some snacks to fuel our competitive spirits.
Excellent idea. I'll bring the beverages to keep us hydrated.
Wonderful. This is going to be a night to remember, I can just tell.
Absolutely. It's been too long since we've had a good old-fashioned game night.
I couldn't agree more. I'm so ready to put our skills to the test.
Me too. Alright, let's do this. May the best player win.
Lesson 5, Morning Routine Matters.
Morning. I've got a question for you.
Ooh, good morning, John. What's on your mind?
In the mornings, do you have a specific routine you like to follow?
That's an interesting question. I do have a little morning ritual I tend to stick to.
Do tell. I'm always curious to learn about others' daily routines.
Well, I usually start my day with some light stretching and then a quick cardio session.
Ah, the old stretch and sweat combo. I can respect that.
Exactly. I find it really helps me wake up and get energized for the day.
That makes a lot of sense. I'll admit, my mornings are a bit more haphazard.
Haha, I can imagine. What does your typical morning look like?
Honestly? I'm more of a grab a cup of coffee and run out the door kind of guy.
Oh my, John. You're missing out on the joys of a well-rounded morning routine.
You think so? I mean, it's worked for me so far.
Trust me, once you try incorporating a few simple habits, you'll notice a difference.
You may have a point. Any recommendations for a morning newbie like myself?
Absolutely. Start with some light stretches, even just 5 to 10 minutes. It really helps.
Alright, I'm willing to give it a shot. What else would you suggest?
Well, a quick cardio session, like a brisk walk or jog, is also a game changer.
Okay, I can see the appeal. Stretch, cardio, and then coffee. Got it.
Exactly. It's all about setting yourself up for a productive and energized day.
You know, the more you talk about it, the more I'm convinced I need to give this a try.
I really think you'll notice a difference, John. Your mind and body will thank you.
Alright, you've sold me. Starting tomorrow, I'm revamping my morning routine.
Yay, I'm so excited for you. Let me know how it goes, okay?
Will do. Thanks for the tips. I appreciate you taking the time.
Of course. I'm always happy to share a little wisdom. Enjoy your new routine.
I definitely will. Catch you later.
Lesson 6: Exploring the Wonders of Egypt.
Yo! I heard you went to Egypt recently. How was it?
Egypt? Oh, it was an absolute dream, John. The pyramids were just breathtaking.
Ah, the pyramids. I've always wanted to see them in person. What was it like?
Honestly, the photos don't do them justice. Standing in front of those ancient wonders, it's just humbling.
I can imagine. I bet it must have felt like stepping back in time.
Exactly. The sheer scale and precision of the construction is mind-blowing.
I've heard the Sphinx is pretty impressive too. Did you get a chance to see it?
Of course. The Sphinx was incredible. It just sits there, guarding the pyramids with such majesty.
Wow, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Did you get to go inside any of the pyramids?
I did. It was an incredible experience. The corridors and chambers inside are just awe-inspiring.
I can only imagine. I bet the history and the mystery of it all must have been captivating.
Absolutely. It really made me appreciate the ingenuity and craftsmanship of the ancient Egyptians.
I'll bet. So, what was your favorite part of the whole trip? What stood out the most to you?
That's a tough one. I think it was just the overall sense of connection to the past.
Yeah, I can see how that would be the most impactful part. Connecting with history like that must be incredible.
It really was. I felt like I was walking in the footsteps of the pharaohs. It was humbling and inspiring.
I'm getting more and more envious. You've definitely made me want to plan a trip to Egypt.
You should, John. It's an experience that will stay with you forever. The sights, the culture, it's all just amazing.
Alright, you've convinced me. Egypt is officially on my travel bucket list. Thanks for the inspiration.
I'm so glad I could share the magic of Egypt with you, John. You're going to love it, I just know it.
I can't wait. Maybe we can plan a trip together sometime, if you're up for it.
I would love that. We could explore the pyramids and the Nile side by side.
It's a deal then. Egypt, here we come.
Lesson 7, The American Century.
Morning. Have you been keeping up with all the news lately?
Hello, John. Yes, I have. The world seems to be buzzing with so much happening.
Absolutely. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it? This century is really shaping up to be the American century.
You're right about that. The United States has really emerged as a global superpower.
It's been quite a transformation, that's for sure. The promise of America really has exploded onto the world stage.
Definitely. The 20th century was truly the American century, and it's only getting more remarkable.
I agree. The sheer economic and military might of the US is just staggering.
Not to mention the influence they've had on culture, technology, and innovation.
Absolutely. The American way of life has become the aspiration for so many countries around the world.
It's been a remarkable journey, hasn't it? From humble beginnings to this global superpower.
It really has. And the best part is, it feels like we're just getting started.
Exactly. The potential for the US to continue leading the world is immense.
I can't help but feel a sense of pride, you know? America has come so far.
I understand that completely. It's been a remarkable transformation to witness.
Indeed. And I can't wait to see what the next chapter of the American century holds.
Me neither, John. The future looks brighter than ever for the United States.
Absolutely. This is truly a momentous time to be alive and to be part of the American story.
Well said, John. The American dream is alive and well, and the whole world is watching.
You got that right. The American century is just getting started, and it's going to be one heck of a ride.
Lesson 8, The Artist and the Frontier.
Greetings. Have you heard about the fascinating life story of Paul Kane?
No, I don't believe I'm familiar with him. Do tell me more.
Well, Paul Kane was an Irish born artist who moved to Toronto, Canada as a young boy.
Interesting. What made him so noteworthy?
Kane was a pioneering artist who documented the Canadian frontier in the 19th century.
Wow, that must have been quite an adventure for him. The Canadian frontier back then must have been wild and untamed.
Absolutely. Kane traveled extensively throughout the Canadian West, sketching and painting the indigenous people and the rugged landscapes.
That's remarkable. He must have had quite an eye for detail to capture that world on canvas.
Indeed. Kane's artwork provides an invaluable historical record of a rapidly changing time and place.
I can only imagine the challenges he must have faced, traveling to those remote regions.
You're right. It was no easy feat, but Kane was driven by a passion to document this vanishing way of life.
That's so admirable. He must have been a true pioneer in the art world as well.
Definitely. Kane's work helped shape the visual identity of the Canadian West for generations.
It's wonderful that his legacy lives on, preserving that important part of history.
Absolutely. Kane's art stands as a testament to the vision and perseverance of this remarkable artist.
It's a fascinating story. I'm glad we got the chance to discuss this pioneering figure.
Me too. Paul Kane's life and work are a true inspiration, don't you think?
Absolutely. He's a shining example of how art can capture and immortalize the spirit of a place and time.
Well said. Kane's legacy will continue to fascinate and inspire for generations to come.
Lesson 9: The Future of Farming.
Good morning. I've been reading about some fascinating developments in modern agriculture.
Oh, really? What sort of developments have caught your interest?
Well, one thing that's been on my mind is the growing influence of technology on the farming industry.
That's an interesting topic. In what ways is technology shaping the future of farming?
For one, there's been a big push towards precision farming techniques using data analytics and automation.
I see. How is that impacting the daily lives of farm families?
Apparently, these new technologies are helping to make farming more efficient and sustainable.
That sounds promising. In what ways are they improving the lives of farm families?
From what I've read, precision farming is allowing farmers to optimize their inputs, like water and fertilizer, which saves them time and money.
That's great to hear. Anything else technology is bringing to the table?
Yes, there's also been a rise in things like robotics and drones being used for tasks like planting, spraying, and harvesting.
Wow, that must be revolutionizing the way farming is done. Are these new technologies accessible to most farmers?
That's a good question. It seems like the bigger, more industrialized farms are the ones really embracing these new technologies so far.
I see. So there's a concern that smaller, family-owned farms might get left behind?
Exactly. There are worries that the rise of big AG and advanced tech could make it harder for traditional family farms to compete.
That's a valid concern. It's important that technological advancements in farming don't end up harming those smaller operations.
You're absolutely right. Balancing innovation with the needs of family farms will be crucial for the future of agriculture.
It's a complex issue, but one that's so important for ensuring the sustainability of our food systems.
Definitely. I'm glad we had the chance to discuss this topic. It's given me a lot to think about.
Same here. The future of farming is sure to be an interesting and rapidly evolving space.
I agree. It's an area I'll be keeping a close eye on in the years to come.
Lesson 10, the pasta sauce deal.
Hey Anna, did you see that the local grocery store is having a great deal on pasta sauce?
No, I hadn't heard about that. What's the deal?
They're doing a buy one, get one free promotion on all their pasta sauce varieties.
Wow, that's an amazing offer. I love pasta sauce, so I'll definitely have to check that out.
Same here. I was planning to stock up, since we go through it so quickly in our household.
That's a smart idea. Pasta sauce is such a versatile ingredient to have on hand.
Absolutely. I use it for everything from spaghetti to homemade pizzas.
Ooh, homemade pizzas sound delicious. Do you have a favorite pasta sauce brand?
You know, I'm pretty loyal to one brand in particular. Their marinara sauce is out of this world.
Oh, do tell. What brand is it?
It's the Nana's Delight Marinara. Have you tried it before?
I don't think I have, but the name sounds intriguing. What makes it so special?
Well, they use all natural ingredients and a secret family recipe that gives it this rich, flavorful taste.
That does sound delicious. I'll have to pick some up during the buy one, get one sale.
Definitely do it. I guarantee you'll be hooked after just one bite.
I can't wait. This is going to make meal prep so much easier.
Absolutely. Stocking up on quality pasta sauce is a total game changer.
I agree. Thanks for the hot tip, John. I'm looking forward to trying out that Nana's Delight sauce.
My pleasure. Let me know what you think of it. I have a feeling it's going to become your new go-to.
Lesson 11, pursuing a doctorate.
Morning. I heard you've been looking into earning a doctorate. Is that true?
Yes, that's right. I've been doing a lot of research into the requirements.
That's exciting. What made you decide to pursue a doctoral degree?
Well, I've always been passionate about my field, and I feel like a doctorate would open up new opportunities.
I can see the appeal. What sort of program are you looking into?
I'm leaning towards a PhD in psychology. The research aspect really intrigues me.
Psychology, huh? That's a fascinating subject. What kind of research are you interested in?
I'm particularly drawn to developmental psychology and how early childhood experiences shape us.
Ooh, that's a deep and important topic. What would your dissertation focus on?
I'm still exploring ideas, but I'm really interested in the impact of trauma on child development.
Wow, that's a heavy but crucial area of study. Have you started the application process yet?
Not yet, but I'm planning to apply for programs this fall. The requirements seem pretty intense.
I bet. Getting into a top PhD program is no easy feat. What's the timeline you're looking at?
If I get accepted, I'd likely start the program next fall. It's a 4 to 5 year commitment.
Yikes, that's a big investment of time and energy. Are you prepared for that kind of dedication?
Absolutely. This is something I'm really passionate about, so I'm ready to put in the hard work.
That's admirable. I have no doubt you'd excel in a doctoral program. Let me know if you need any help with the application process.
Thanks, John. I appreciate the encouragement. Wish me luck.
You've got this. I have a feeling you're going to make an incredible contribution to the field.
Lesson 12, A Helping Hand.
Hey Anna, I noticed your car in the parking lot. Is everything okay?
Oh, hey John. Yeah, my car seems to have a flat tire. I'm not sure what to do.
Ah, no problem. I can help you with that, if you'd like.
Really? That would be amazing. I'd really appreciate the help.
Of course, it's no trouble at all. Let me take a look.
Great, thank you so much. I'm a bit embarrassed, I've never had to change a tire before.
No need to be embarrassed, it happens to the best of us. I'll walk you through it.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad you're here, I was feeling a bit stuck.
Well, you're in luck. I've got some experience with this sort of thing.
Phew, that's a relief. I was a bit worried I'd be stranded here.
Not a chance. We'll have you back on the road in no time.
You're a lifesaver, John. I don't know what I'd do without friends like you.
Ah, it's the least I can do. We've got to look out for each other, right?
Absolutely. I'll have to remember to return the favor sometime.
Don't worry about it. I'm happy to help whenever you need it.
Well, I really appreciate it. Is there anything I can do to repay you?
Nah, don't worry about it. Just consider it a friendly gesture.
You're the best, John. I'm glad I've got you in my corner.
Any time. That's what friends are for. Now, let's get this tire changed.
Sounds good. I'm ready to learn, lead the way.
Alright, let's do this. I'll walk you through it step by step.
Great, I'm all ears. I'm sure I'll be a pro by the time we're done.
I have no doubt. You've got this, just follow my lead.
Lesson 13, Fiasco.
Yo! I heard you had quite the adventure with your fruit the other day.
Oh goodness, you have no idea. It was a total mess.
Do tell, what happened? I could use a good laugh.
Well, I was trying to put out some fruit for a party, and it just went haywire.
Haywire? How so?
I had apples, bananas, and grapes all laid out, and as soon as I tried to arrange them, they just started rolling away.
Ha, rolling away? What, did you have a bunch of rogue produce on your hands?
Exactly. I was chasing grapes across the kitchen, trying to wrangle these runaway fruits.
Oh man, that mental image is just too good. How did you finally get them under control?
It took some doing, let me tell you. I had to strategically corral them into a bowl before they made a complete escape.
Sounds like a real fruit fiasco. I'm surprised you were able to pull it off without, I don't know, slipping on a banana peel or something.
Believe me, I had to be very careful. One wrong move and I could have ended up flat on my back.
Ha, well, I'm just glad you were able to get everything back in order. Maybe next time you should invest in some fruit cages or something.
No kidding. I think I'll stick to pre-portioned fruit cups from now on.
Probably a wise choice. Can't have those wild grapes running amok in your kitchen.
Exactly. One fruit fiasco is more than enough for me, thank you very much.
Heh, well, at least you can laugh about it now. Sounds like quite the adventure.
You got that right. I'll definitely be telling this one for years to come.
Well, I'm sure your guests got a real kick out of the whole ordeal.
Oh, absolutely. Luckily, they all pitched in to help round up the escapees.
Team effort to tame the runaway produce, I love it. Sounds like a party to remember.
Lesson 14, PreFlight Snack.
Heading out on a trip?
Yes, actually. I've got a flight to catch in a bit.
Oh, that's good. I wanted to grab a quick snack before boarding as well.
Perfect timing then. I was just about to grab a bite to eat.
Wonderful. What were you thinking of getting?
I was eyeing up some of the granola bars and trail mixes, something easy to take with me.
Ah, yes, those make for great on the go snacks. Filling, but not too heavy.
Exactly. And they'll tide me over until I can grab a proper meal at the airport.
Smart thinking. I was leaning more towards a fresh piece of fruit myself.
Ooh, good call. An apple or banana would be a nice healthy option.
Yeah, keeps me feeling energized without the sugar crash, you know?
Definitely. I try to avoid the heavy, greasy airport food if I can help it.
Same here. Though I won't lie, sometimes I do cave and get a big, juicy burger.
Haha, I can't blame you there. Those airport burgers can be hard to resist.
Tell me about it. But I always regret it later when I'm feeling sluggish on the plane.
Oof, yeah, that's the worst. Better to stick with the lighter, more portable snacks.
Absolutely. Say, did you happen to grab any of those dried mango slices? I love those.
Ooh no, but that's a great idea. I'll have to swing by and see if they have any.
You won't regret it. They're the perfect balance of sweet and chewy.
Perfect, I'll have to pick some up. Thanks for the recommendation.
Of course, happy to help. Alright, well, I better get to snacking myself before we board.
Sounds good. Here's to a safe and delicious flight.
Cheers to that. Have a great trip.
Lesson 15, Early Morning Meeting.
Morning. Ready for our big meeting today?
Definitely, I'm all set. Did you want to meet up early to beat the traffic?
That was actually what I was going to suggest. How about we plan to meet at 8 a.m.?
Sounds good to me. That should give us plenty of time to get there without rushing.
Excellent. I'd rather have some extra time than be scrambling at the last minute.
Absolutely. Is there anything in particular you think we should bring with us?
Good question. I was planning to pack a laptop and any relevant documents.
Perfect, I'll do the same. Maybe we should also grab some coffee and a quick bite?
Ooh, yes, great idea. A little fuel to start the day off right.
Definitely. We should probably leave a little early to allow time for that.
Good call. How about we plan to meet at 7:45 then, just to be safe?
Sounds like a plan. I'll make sure to set an early alarm and be ready to go.
Awesome, I appreciate you being so on top of things.
Of course. I know how important this meeting is, so I want to make sure we're fully prepared.
Me too. Alright, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning then.
Sounds good, John. I'm looking forward to it.
Likewise. This is going to be a great day, I can feel it.